What's up, jokers? Today we're talking about the deck I built for my Ring of Fire event at my locals. So let's just go right into it. It's like I ran Lady Baa Baa. If you're not familiar with her, it's the other effect when you flip 2 or more cards, your opponent buries 1 card in their hand. And I went with that just to be a little bit more defensive, just in case, because it didn't happen a whole lot, even in playtesting. But just in case you made me flip more than 2 cards and you had to bury 1. Didn't always hurt or deter people from doing it, but you know, it was just I punish you a little bit for making me flip more than 2 cards. Entrance, it ain't easy being Casey with Evil Ed the Cheesehead, which most of my local didn't know existed. Once per match, when you would flip any number of cards, you may instead bury 1 of those cards. If this is a Ring of Fire match, you may instead bury 3 of those cards. Which again, didn't happen a whole lot. Most of the time you just flip or forced to flip like 1 card. It's very like situational that you ever flip the 3, but you know, it's there just in case. Now, alright, let me go to the finishes first. I just want to talk about what was important, right? So you have the Glass Slipper. She has a lot of recursion in her finishers, so it was just like, alright, I'm gonna just try to stall you out until I can get my finishers and hit you and, you know, hopefully get to win that way. That was my game plan. The Glass Slipper, her finish strike, you shuffle 4 cards from your discard pile into your deck, and then your opponent buries 2 in their hand, so it's more hand control. The Rack of Lamb, her finish submission, shuffle any number of cards with knee or leg in the name from your discard pile into your deck. Your opponent buries 1 card from their hand. For each card shuffled in +1, so they're pretty much like more or less the same. So like I said, it was just recursion and hand control. That's all I wanted to do. Now, what I really wanted to talk about was the Beauty Killer. So this is her Spotlight grapple finish. When this card is flipped, your opponent buries 1 card in their hand and you shuffle up to 3 other cards from your discard pile into your deck. And this I used a whole lot, which people found out about very quickly why I was running what I was running. So real simple, Gut Wrench and Superkick, specifically for Beauty Killer. I didn't use those for anything else. I would just Superkick or Gut Wrench, put Beauty Killer on top from the discard, then I would have to flip it for a Ring of Fire stipulation. So then my opponent would bury 1 card in their hand and I get to shuffle 3 from my discard pile. So I would just repeatedly bringing back Beauty Killer whenever possible, just so I can always have something to shuffle and always have some type of hand control. So even if you wanted, because I played a lot of the Ring of Fire cards from the deck, which comes with a lot of shuffle anyway. But if you just focused on that and there was nothing to stop you from focusing on that, you know, you always have recursion, because you can shuffle up to 3 other cards and you have a flip, so you get to thin your deck out anyway. So I don't know, I was just like, hey, I might as well just double down on this because I think this is good. Diving Takedown, the same thing. You could just dive and take down, get Beauty Killer from your discard pile, put it on top after you shuffle, and then you flip it. And Double Leg Takedown. Double Leg Takedown really was the card that sold me on the idea, because it's like, look at the top 2 cards of your deck and put them back on top in any order, or put 1 grapple from your discard pile on top of your deck. And there's also leg in the name, so it works with the not the Glass Slipper, so it works with Rack of Lamb. So I was like, yo, this is like the perfect card for this deck. Now I think that might, well, specifically for Ring of Fire, because you put it back on top and then it automatically flips. So like, that was great. It worked out a lot better than I thought it was going to. I didn't get it to happen as often as I wanted to, but it was really solid when it did come through. Especially once you get this in the discard like early game, and then you know you get your super kicks and gut wrenches and dive and take like in a string right after each other. It was great. So that was my deck. We didn't do too good because we didn't win a whole lot of turn rolls, but you know, that's just me. That's King of Fives over here. But until next video, I'ma catch y'all later.